In a small village nestled between rolling hills and vast orchards, lived a determined girl named Amanda. Known for her infectious smile and quick wit, she had a sparkle in her eyes that brightened even the dullest of days. But behind that smile lay a life filled with struggle and heartache. Amanda's home was modest, a tiny, weathered house where the walls seemed to whisper the stories of hardship. She lived with her mother, Stella, a hardworking woman who did everything she could to provide for her family. Their life took a turn for the worse when Amanda's father, once a loving husband and father, succumbed to the grips of alcoholism. His addiction not only drained their finances but also cast a long shadow over their home, filling it with tension and fear. Despite the challenges, Amanda excelled in school. Her teachers admired her intelligence and resilience, often calling her a star student. But when she turned 10, the weight of their financial struggles became too much. Stella could no longer afford Amanda's school fees, and with a heavy heart, she made the difficult decision to pull her daughter out of school. The loss felt devastating for Amanda. School had been her escape, a place where she could dream of a brighter future. Now those dreams seemed to slip further away, replaced by the harsh reality of life. To help support her family, she took to the streets, selling oranges she had picked from the nearby orchard. Every morning, Amanda would balance a basket of oranges on her head, calling out to passers-by in the market. Fresh oranges, sweet and juicy. Her cheerful voice echoed through the bustling streets, but inside she felt the sting of disappointment. Each sale was a reminder of what she had lost: the chance for an education, the friendships she missed, and the dreams she once nurtured. One fateful day, while Amanda was selling her oranges, a kind couple caught her eye. David and Joy were wealthy but down to earth, always looking for ways to give back to the community. They noticed Amanda's bright smile and infectious energy and began buying oranges from her regularly. As they got to know her, they were struck by her intelligence and determination. "You're so bright, Amanda," Joy said one day, her eyes sparkling with warmth. "Why aren't you in school?" Amanda's heart sank as she explained her situation, the words tumbling out in a mix of pride and shame. "I had to drop out. My mother can't afford my school fees anymore." David and Joy exchanged glances, and Amanda could see the wheels turning in their minds. They made a decision that would change Amanda's life forever. They offered to support her education. "Would you like to go back to school?" David asked gently. Tears of joy filled Amanda's eyes. "You mean it? I can go back to school?" "Yes," Joy exclaimed, wrapping Amanda in a warm hug. "We believe in you. You have so much potential." Amanda could hardly contain her excitement as she enrolled in a prestigious school in the nearby town. The first day felt surreal as she walked through the grand gates of the school, which was a stark contrast to the humble classroom she had known. The polished floors gleamed under the sunlight, and the air buzzed with the chatter of students from wealthy families. At first, Amanda felt out of place among her new classmates. They wore designer clothes and spoke of vacations in exotic locations, while Amanda wore hand-me-downs and dreamed of simply finishing her homework without distractions. But she was determined to fit in and prove herself. With the encouragement of David and Joy, Amanda worked hard, studying late into the night. She found solace in her books, immersing herself in the subjects she loved. Over time, her intelligence and dedication began to shine through, and she quickly became one of the top students in her class. Teachers praised her for her diligence and curiosity, and soon, Amanda made friends who appreciated her for who she was, not what she had. However, back at home, the situation with her father worsened. Stella struggled to manage both her household and the chaos brought on by her husband's addiction. He would often return home late, stumbling and angry, unleashing his frustrations on Stella. Amanda felt torn between her love for her mother and her desire for a better life. As the months passed, the stress on Stella grew unbearable. She often cried in silence, trying to shield Amanda from the harsh realities of their home life. Amanda knew she had to help her mother, but she also knew that education was her path to a brighter future. Despite the turmoil at home, Amanda continued to thrive in her studies. David and Joy remained supportive, often checking in and encouraging her to stay focused. Their kindness was a beacon of hope, reminding Amanda that there was a world beyond her struggles. One day, as Amanda returned home from school, she overheard a heated argument between her parents. She stood frozen in the doorway, her heart racing as she listened to her father's angry voice. "You think I'm going to let her go live with those rich people? They're just using her." Stella's voice was firm, yet tired. "They're helping her, John. She deserves this chance." Feeling a wave of anger and sadness, Amanda slipped away, unable to face the reality of her situation. That night, as she lay in bed, tears streamed down her face. She wanted so badly to be the daughter her mother needed, but she also yearned for the opportunities David and Joy had given her. Days turned into weeks, and Amanda tried to stay focused on her studies, but the tension at home grew unbearable. Her father's threats intensified, and Amanda felt trapped between her family and the life she had built with David and Joy. Finally, the breaking point came. David and Joy sat in their living room, the weight of Mr. Johnson's threats hanging heavily over them. "This isn't right," David said, his brow furrowed with concern. "We can't keep living under this threat. It's not fair to Amanda." Tears streamed down Joy's face as she nodded. "But how can we let her go? We love her like our own daughter." David took Joy's hands, steadying her. "We have to think about what's best for her. It might be time for her to return to her family, but we will always support her education. That promise will never change." The next day, they called Amanda into the living room. She sensed the seriousness in their demeanor, her heart racing as anxiety settled in. "What's wrong?" she asked, her voice trembling. Joy took a deep breath. "Amanda, we have something important to discuss. Your father has been making threats, and it's become too much for us to handle. We don't want you caught in the middle of this." Tears welled in Amanda's eyes. "Are you sending me away?" Joy's heart broke at the anguish on Amanda's face. "We love you, Amanda. You've become like a daughter to us, but for your safety and ours, we think it's best if you return to your family." "No, I don't want to leave," Amanda cried, her emotions spilling over. David gently squeezed her shoulder. "We will always be here for you. We'll pay for your school fees and ensure you achieve your dreams. We'll always be part of your life." Amanda hugged Joy tightly, tears flowing freely. "I love you too. Please don't send me away." The next day was filled with sadness as Amanda prepared to leave. Joy, determined to show her love one last time, visited the market and bought everything she thought Amanda might need: new clothes, notebooks, and even some of Amanda's favorite snacks. Each item was a gesture of love, a reminder of their bond. When the day of her departure arrived, the farewell was heart-wrenching. Joy held Amanda close, whispering reassurances that she would always be there for her. Stella welcomed her daughter with open arms, tears in her eyes, thanking David and Joy for everything they had done. As Amanda settled back into her old life, the reality of her situation hit her hard. She stared at the small portion of food given for breakfast, a stark contrast to the abundance she had enjoyed at David and Joy's home. The transition felt like a cruel twist of fate, and Amanda struggled to adjust to the limitations of her new life. But Amanda was resilient. Determined to uplift her family, she began tutoring her younger siblings, sharing the knowledge she had gained from her time in school. With patience and love, she helped them with their homework, fostering a sense of unity within the family. Slowly, her siblings began to thrive, inspired by their sister's dedication. Despite her father's unpredictable behavior, Amanda chose to focus on what she could control. She continued to study diligently, saving money from odd jobs to contribute to her family's needs. She often walked the streets, selling oranges and helping her mother with chores while dreaming of returning to school one day. One evening, as Amanda sat with her siblings, she shared stories of her time with David and Joy. "They taught me that education is a powerful tool," she said. "No matter our circumstances, we can choose to learn and grow." Her siblings listened with wide eyes, inspired by Amanda's determination. They too wanted to succeed, and together they formed a pact to support one another. Months passed, and Amanda's hard work began to pay off. She found a way to continue her education through scholarships offered by the community, earning recognition for her dedication and intelligence. Her teachers, who had once praised her, now sought her out, impressed by her perseverance despite her challenging home life. Then, one day, a letter arrived from David and Joy. It was an invitation to visit them. Amanda's heart raced as she read the words, hope blossoming within her. She hadn't seen them in months, and she longed to share her journey with them. When she arrived at their home, David and Joy welcomed her with open arms. "You look so grown up," Joy exclaimed, pulling Amanda into a warm embrace. "We've missed you." As they settled into the living room, Amanda shared her experiences, the challenges she faced at home, and how she had found ways to keep learning. David and Joy listened intently, their hearts swelling with pride. "Amanda, you are truly remarkable," David said, his voice filled with admiration. "You've shown us the strength of your character." Joy nodded. "You are an inspiration to us all. We want to continue supporting you, no matter what it takes." With their encouragement, Amanda felt a renewed sense of purpose. She returned home with determination burning in her heart. Armed with the knowledge that David and Joy believed in her, she faced her father's struggles head-on, vowing to be the light in her family's darkness. From that day forward, Amanda worked tirelessly to balance her responsibilities at home and her studies. She often rose before dawn to study, then helped her siblings before heading to the market to sell oranges. Her commitment inspired her family, igniting a spark of hope that had long been extinguished. With the unwavering support of David and Joy, Amanda excelled in her studies, earning a scholarship to a prestigious high school. As she stood on the threshold of her new school, she felt a mixture of excitement and fear. This was the moment she had long dreamed of, a chance to break free from her past and create a brighter future. Over the years, Amanda continued to rise, becoming a beacon of hope in her village. She excelled academically, earning accolades and awards that showcased her determination and resilience. Her story spread, inspiring others who face similar struggles to chase their dreams and believe in themselves. Despite the challenges, Amanda always remembered her roots. She returned to her village regularly, sharing her knowledge with the younger generations. She organized community programs to encourage education and support for families facing hardships, ensuring that no child would have to choose between their dreams and their family. As the years went by, Amanda's hard work and dedication paid off. She graduated with honors and was accepted into a prestigious university where she pursued her dream of becoming a teacher. With every step, she carried the love and lessons from David and Joy and the strength of her family in her heart. In time, Amanda's father found his way back from the darkness of addiction, seeking help and healing. The family, once fractured, began to mend, and Amanda played a crucial role in guiding her father toward recovery. Through the trials and triumphs, Amanda emerged not only as a scholar but as a leader in her community. She became a voice for the voiceless, advocating for education and support for families facing adversity. Amanda's journey was a testament to the power of resilience, love, and the belief that anyone could change their story. And so, as Amanda stood before her students, sharing her journey, she knew that her life was more than just her struggles. It was a story of hope. Each word she spoke inspired the next generation, reminding them that with hard work, determination, and a little help from those who believe in us, anything is possible. And as Amanda continued her journey, she understood that while life would always have its challenges, it was the love and support of those around her that would guide her through. In the end, Amanda's story wasn't just about overcoming adversity. It was about lifting others along the way, proving that with hope and determination, we can all create a future filled with possibility.